There we go. Okay, we got some things. Jared, good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Approve. Look at all these tech things popping up. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. We're starting the week positively with technology.
Awesome.
Yay. Jared, good morning.
You're not hungover, Nick?
Why should I be? Ah, I would like to, I could tell you that I don't drink anymore, but that's not true. Yeah, no, appreciate you, Jared. Tell me how's it going with you?
Awesome. I'm excited to be here and have some positive magic for the week.
Yeah, always positive magic. I love it. Andrew, I'm making you a co-host because we know how to do that now. All right. That's it. How's it going, Jared? We want to do one up, one down, and a win from the past week?
Uh, an up is I was trying to get an email introduction to somebody, and I went to an event and they were there, and I met them in person, so that was even better.
All right.
And a down is I heard this great phrase last week that I really liked, which was let's fill our teacups from the abundance of Niagara Falls that is all around us. So it's just
I
like,
like that.
hey, I just want a little teacup full of this huge abundance all that's all around us. And,
I like that. Yeah. Oh, I like that a lot. That's good, Jared.
yeah.
Appreciate that. Wow. So, did you have your teacup open today?
Well, it hasn't been open today, and in looking back, this has been a horrible year for my teacup.
The
So
first step is to make sure it's empty and ready to receive, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
Yeah.
and then it reminds me that the in the past I've been told, are you bringing just a teacup to the abundance, or are you bringing a 55-gallon drum? But it's like I'm I'm liking this one about just all I need is the teacup full with the amount of abundance that's around us.
That's true. That's true. But you get to choose both ways too, Jared. Isn't it cool? Like we can choose the teacup, but then as we get our hearts and minds wrapped around it, we can start bringing larger and larger glasses and then barrels to the well, right? It's cool.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah. I love that. Oh, Jared, so great to see your face. Thank you so, so much.
my pleasure.
Yay. For those of you just joining us, I do see some new faces again. I love this. As we do every single week, let's start the week by typing into the chat something that gave you love, joy, appreciation, gratitude. What's one thing that happened for you last week or last weekend that made you, elevated you into a status of higher vibration, of higher frequency? And that's how we start this new week off by grabbing onto those higher frequencies. Yeah. This is awesome. Janet Wilson is on the chat. Hello, Janet.
Hey, how you doing, Nick?
Doing great. This is the first time I think I'm actually seeing your face.
I know, and I'm not polished, but it's morning, I'm here.
You're not polished. Look at this. Look at this. I'm in.
It's a come as you are, huh?
Come as you are. That's right. The more
Yeah.
comfy, the better. That's how we say it for these. Beautiful.
Great.
Thanks for showing your face, though, Janet. How about something that gave you love, joy, and appreciation last week or weekend?
Oh boy, last week or last weekend, I can barely remember yesterday. Oh my God. I'm gonna say my cat Romeo, who insists on sitting on my lap no matter what I'm reading or what I'm doing, and reminds me by staring me down, like will not. If I'm on, doing something on the phone or the computer, he'll put his head like between me and the electronic or the book or whatever and demand affection. And it resets me. I'm very appreciative of that.
Yeah. Oh, so present too. Like so unbelievably present, right? That's what cats and dogs, they're just so unbelievably present.
Exactly.
Yeah. Does he try to suck your breath out though? Is he from Haiti? He tries to suck your breath.
No, no, no. Quite the opposite. He's the one cat who does not aggress on anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's actually like he'll just sit back while the cats are being fed. But as far as he's concerned, he probably lives off more love than food.
Oh, I love that. Yay. Anybody else in here have pets that keep them completely present, even when their minds are spiraling? I know that mine does.
My sister's dog Finn keeps me grounded. I just love him. He's just a big ball of love and kisses, and I just can't get enough of him. I hit him all
Yay.
weekend.
Oh, I love that, Michelle. Yay. How about you, my dear? How about something that gave you gratitude, appreciation, joy this past week or weekend?
Oh, lots. Let's see here. So it was. I can't believe it's the 30th anniversary of my sister in a couple of weeks. And
Hmm.
theater. That we used to go every year to the Cape Ann Big Band holiday concert, and so I went there with her best friend Jenny, who's become a really good friend of mine, and the boys, and it was just wonderful. We were just celebrating her, celebrating moving forward. Had a nice dinner afterwards, and it was just wonderful. It was just wonderful.
Yeah. Oh, so good, Michelle. 3 years, huh, for your sister?
I know. I can't believe that 1 year from my brother-in-law that went by in the blink of an eye.
Yeah. When your whole life changed and you became 18 times the woman that you were in the next 3 years.
Exponential growth, right?
Exponential growth. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
It's a lot easier to step into now. Not that it's easy, but it's easier now with the work that I've continued to do and start to do, and obviously I can't even overlook the help and the support that I've gotten from you guys and the tribe, and it's been amazing to work through this. Stepping into
oh,
motherhood in my at 52 was 50 51 52 was amazing.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable.
So thank you.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. Sources of joy, Brian. Time with my mom back in Massachusetts. Being back here, back on the island out of the cold. No forecasts of snow here on the island. You always look very happy, Brian, when you go back to Aruba. I like that.
Yeah, it's going to take me about 24 hours to get back into island vibe.
Yeah. I like that you and I are wearing the same clothing though right now. Like just kind of, whatever we feel like. I like
Well,
it.
you look like you just came out of a dojo, so let's go with that.
Possible. It's possible. I said that. I said my goal was to wear a bathrobe for this call. I succeeded. Oh, I love that. Miss Christina, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. How about you, my dear?
What brought me joy?
This past week or weekend? Yeah. Joy, love, appreciation, pride.
Um, Probably my 30-minute FaceTime with Cole after our session on Friday.
Yeah.
He always feel like when my vibration is higher and he just wants to like chill. So that was a good reminder to keep my vibration higher so that he can be on his higher vibration.
Oh. Well, the funny thing with kids, Christina, they're like always there, but they like to hide it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, like, wait, well, dad does this and dad does that. Mom, I love you. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. I love you. I love you. I love you. Please
Yeah.
don't be sad.
Yeah.
Oh, Christina, it's so happy to see you.
You
That's what I
too.
mean. You feeling better, like physically?
Yeah, I am. I think I learned that albuterol is not for me. I think it gives me like it's weird. I think it like gives me a stiff neck. It's so strange. Uh,
Yeah.
so just gonna go without that. But I have pneumonia, if anybody's wondering what's wrong with me. But it's really not been that bad. I think
Yeah.
I got it right in the nick of time.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. You look good. It's all about how we look, not how we feel,
Yeah.
right? We can hide everything else. Let's hide how we feel all the time. You look
Yeah.
great, Christina.
Thanks.
Fernando, you look marvelous.
Yay. Oh, thank you for joining in here again, Christina.
Oh,
Sharish is on. Good morning, Sharish.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see your face. How about you? Someone gave you love, joy, appreciation this past week or weekend.
Well, my daughter was here from New York, so we spent 2 weeks with her. And a lot of the other deliverables I was supposed to do kind of went by the wayside. By the way, I have a lower back pain, so I'm on my bed right now because I have a tough time walking and getting up and stuff. Hopefully, I'll start moving around in a day or two. But
Was it
I'm
just
working. I'm on bed and I'm working.
just, just in case anybody needs to know, he is always working. No, was it a pulled back muscle or what happened?
My core muscles are kind of weak, so anytime I do weights and I lift weights, my back kind of gives away.
Yeah, gotcha.
So that's actually the way to do that is before you do the weights, you develop your core muscles. And once they are strong, then you start doing weights. Or you find a way to do the weights, to do your bicep and tricep without affecting your core. Like push-ups is one example.
Yeah, yeah. I can 100% relate with you, Sharish, on all the back pains. I've had all the back things. Pulled upper back, lower back, 30 years. I haven't seen a chiropractors. It's been rough. So I feel you completely. And you're right. I should just work more on core. You know what?
Right.
I'm gonna just say this. The last 2 years since I've started yoga, that's supposed to be good for me, and yet I pulled my back 3 times now. So, and it's still good for me, but
I've
yeah, like
also hurt myself with yoga. You're not alone.
it is what it is. That's beautiful. I'm going to show you guys what gave this is unbelievable here. I'm going to show you my view here. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Nice.
Where are you, Boston?
Yeah, we're literally right here on the public parkway here, public gardens, and it's just been a beautiful, beautiful thing. We don't really for those of you who've been to my home, we don't really have a reason to travel anymore except to get out of the cold. We just love our home so much. But for my birthday this year, Meg decided to bring me into Boston, and we walked around. It was perfect. It was 45 degrees last night, and we went to dinner, went to like a speakeasy place, and just came back to this gorgeous hotel. So it's very, very special. It's just so beautiful outside. Unbelievable. Not as nice as yours, Brian, to be clear, but that's awesome. Anyone else want to do a check-in before we move into our topic? I see Dickens, Chris, Mariana. Mariana got a kitten. Oh, Mariana, yay. Let's see.
Yeah, we just got a tiny little cute thing. My daughter brought her home. I have no idea how to deal with cats. So yeah, it's gonna be a whole new story.
Cats are they just take care of themselves though,
Yeah,
Mariana. It's
feed them and change the litter box, and they do everything else. It's really easy.
Yeah, except she's on my desk all the time typing for me.
There it is. Yep.
Yeah.
She
Just
might
like
need a friend.
Janet's.
Sometimes kittens do better in pairs.
Oh,
So they
well,
can
we have a doggy too.
they
So
play with the dog. Yeah.
The last time we were on, we went over a topic, right? Last 2 times too. I'm going to kind of refresh and bring a couple of these things up because they've been really speaking to me in different scenarios and different situations over the past couple weeks, right? 2 weeks ago, we talked about the yes moments and the no moments, right? And how we have as humans, we have a lot of these no moments, right? Where it's like, no, 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 this doesn't feel good. I don't like this, or I don't prefer this. And the no moments, right? And by having these no moments, it expends a lot of energy. And with what we resist persists. So the topic 2 weeks ago is how can we turn some of these no moments, the things we don't prefer, the things that we don't feel good in, and just accept them for as they are, just turning them into yes moments. I might not prefer this right now, but I know this is for my highest and best good. I know that I can sit with this and take something from it. I can learn something from it, right? And that's turning all the no moments in our lives into yes moments, while for humans might be difficult when we're ingrained, right? And if we can just turn all those into yes moments and we begin to attract more of what we prefer, right? And we're not resisting what we don't prefer anymore. And by resisting it, we're putting attention to it and it kind of comes into us, right? So that was 2 weeks ago. And then last week, we had the story come up of what if you've already done everything that needed to be done in this life? And this has been totally speaking to me, so I'm bringing it up again because just especially we have some new people, we have people watching the recordings. Like, what if you've already done everything it is that you were meant to do in this life? What would that feel like? And then what would you do now that you are just from a place of complete creation, or as Jared said, right, the Niagara Falls of abundance? I love that, right? Like bringing your barrel to the well. Like, what could you do now that you don't have to do anything? And that was a really beautiful topic, and it came up a few times for me this past week. So I'm wondering, does anyone have an example of that they wanted to kind of bring up? Or Dickens just turned on his camera. Hey, Dickens, want to do a check-in? Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good.
You want to do a check-in, or did that speak to you last week?
A little bit, yeah. The sentence "what you persist, what you resist persist." It's resonating to me. Trying to find a better way to navigate that thing, you know. But sometimes you have to resist. You have to say no. Huh? You have to. We'll see when you come to teenagers. You have to say no. I take the role in my family, you know. I've been told a lot of no's growing up, and I'm still okay.
Yeah.
I didn't die, you know. Nobody gonna die because they say no to you. So
well, that's a really, really good point though, Dickens, what you just brought up. We're not saying say no to your teenagers. We're talking kind of about like the moments in our life when we are not feeling okay. Right? So if we are not feeling good or okay or something that we prefer, to embrace those moments. We absolutely have to say no to our kids. There's a time and a place, and they have to understand what that's like. I'm with you on that percent, even though it doesn't feel good sometimes.
yeah. But also sometimes, you know, it's about the balance, you know, how to listen to yourself, uh or to not go into that default no by fear also.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
because you say, hey, you know, that real estate thing, no. That new strategy, no. You know, that, you know, it's not going to work without even trying it, you know. That new business venture or new strategy or even coming to that a call like that. You say, oh, it's a bunch of I'm gonna date myself. I'm gonna quote the Lion King one. He's a bunch of Hakuna Matata people. So no, you know, yeah. But sometimes it's good to be open to put something new and see what it is.
Yeah. I love that.
So
what
can I add on that?
Yeah, Brian.
So Dylan, you make a really good connection to these 2 weeks of 2 points. One is, if you've already done everything you need to do, what does your life look like? And then saying no, which, as I was listening to you, I'm thinking protecting my time and my space and saying no to those distractions that are going to bring you to where you're not supposed to be. So connecting those two pieces. Good job on that, Dylan.
That's a really, really good one. Yeah. Thank you, Dickens, and thank you, Brian. We went over this in one of our Life Unlimited pod sessions, right? The moment we say yes to anything, we have said no to something else. Right? The moment we say yes and we're open to this, we're saying no to something else. And that's okay. That's the whole point of we get to choose in this life. Right? So, but the moment what we were in that context, in our Life Unlimited boardroom context, a lot of us were bringing it up to, you know, if we say yes to a few extra hours in work, right? That could either lead into exactly what we wanted to accomplish and to create and to move into this place where we're finally at that target for that year. But maybe that's saying no, right, to a couple hours with the kids. And in that moment, which F, right, finances or family, which F is more
important,
targeted in that quarter. But there's a whole bunch of that though, Brian. That was a really good point, right? Saying yes is also saying no to things. And I'll also kind of tag on what Dickens mentioned about fear, right? Like I keep coming back to this. It's whispering in my ear, like 13.8 billion years of evolution. We are here for maybe 75, 76 years. It is literally a blink of an eye. And if that is the case, right? Like, what is there to really fear? I mean, fear is first of all, fear is there to show us that we're unsafe with something, right? And if we follow the fear down the rabbit hole, ultimately our brain is trying to only keep us alive, right? Well, fear of public speaking. Well, public speaking, you go up on stage and I screw up. Oh my gosh, I'm rejected by the tribe. They're all making fun of me, and then by making fun of me, I can't get my they make fun of my family. They make fun of family. I can't get housing. I can't get my food. I can't. Literally, your brain can take you to this crazy catastrophic place, right?
Don't do that.
Don't do it. But that's what it does. It's built to do that. It's a computer program only, right? And if we embrace that computer program and are just aware that that's all it is, it's the computer program. Fear, we see it come up, we acknowledge it, right? We don't push it away. Thank you. Thanks for coming up here. Okay, you're telling me I'm unsafe. Thank you for the awareness. But I'm going to choose to do this anyway because 75 years, 13.8 billion other years, I'm going to do what I want to do in this planet. And fear be damned right now. Will I die from this? If the answer is no, I will do it because I'm excited about it. Because I'm excited about it. Oh, another good play. We have a lot of new faces, so I'm going to bring this up. The 3 questions that we ask ourselves every single week to move into that alignment phase, right? So for our journal, right, we start with gratitude, we start with joy, we start with appreciation, and then we say, what's one way in which we can show up better for ourselves today? What's one thing we can do for ourselves, right? An act of self-love, a walk. What's one thing you're choosing? And number 2 is, who is someone that you want to show up for in a meaningful way today? Family, friends, team members, colleagues, whatever it might be, an old uncle, an old nephew, right? And how do you just send them a nice text, send them a nice email, maybe plan an experience, plan a date night, or just reach out, just say hi. And then the third one, before we set our 4 income generating activities and money and production, before we do any of that, what's one step that we can take today that moves us toward that which brings us the most excitement or passion in our lives? Now I'm going to add what Dickens brought up. Fear be damned. If it gives you the excitement or passion in your life, there's a reason that that's resonating at such a high vibration, high frequency. It's your higher self calling you to do that thing. And if fear comes up, that's when you can embrace that. Thank you for coming up. Thank you for sharing this with me. And but this is not unsafe. This is something that I'm being called to do, my higher self. So I appreciate you. I feel you. And I move anyway. I take that one inspired step today. That was awesome.
What was number 3?
3, right? What's the one step you can take today that moves you toward that which brings you the most excitement or passion in your life? Yeah. Before we jump into business, 4 priorities, right? Income generation, all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. How about you this week, Dickens? What's one thing for you? This is a hard question, right? What's one thing? What's the thing that brings you the most excitement or passion right now in your life?
Talking to people.
Okay.
Working with people. It's funny. I've been finding on I want to say normal, which is not unusual, excitement in partnership, in potential partnership,
Yeah.
which is, and me, which is strange.
Yeah.
Try to stay away from partnership, and so that's excitement, and
Yeah.
one person that I invite to that group, Maureen, and she's there. Yeah, we are working on few stuff together. Thank you, Maureen, for coming here, and thank you for coming to checking my tribe.
Oh, Maureen, welcome.
Hi. Thank you so much, and thank you, Dickens. I apologize to not be on camera. But yeah, I'm excited to be here. Dickens had shared this with me, and I'm all about just starting the morning in a positive vibe. And so, Nick, I'm just so glad to be in the room with all of you, and just look forward to listening, learning, and sharing as I can.
Yay, Maureen. We love that you're here. Thank you so much. People
Thanks.
come and go here. There's no pressure to show up. I show up here every week. This started for me. This started for me to help me raise my vibration. And if no one else showed up, it was just going to be me anyway. So I love that everyone's here and we're sharing. Oh, brilliant. Brian, you were going to say something. What do you got?
Yeah, again, I want to dovetail off Dylan. Really good comments there. The partnership thing, and I face this in the mirror myself. I'm at a point where I'm either going to figure out how to do it myself, which is going to take more time, effort, and energy, or I can get there quicker if I break up the load with partners to carry the different bales that need to be carried. Maybe this one does this good, maybe this one does that good. So I'm at a point in my life where I'm either going to partner with people to get me there quicker, or take the long road and do it myself, which, as I get older in years, time is not in abundance. So I really have to protect those seconds on the clock that I have. So I think as I get older, partnerships look better to me because of the leverage of time. So don't wait until you're old. Leverage your time now and get there quicker.
I love that, Brian.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love that. Dickens and I know a few other people in this group have shared one of the things that we've had to overcome, right? Were partnerships that did not go well. And with that, right, that sort of breeds in the brain. It immediately turns the computer on, and we go through all of the scenarios as to, well, that didn't go well. So number one, no partnerships will ever go well. You can't trust anybody. You got to do it all yourself. Blah, 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 blah. There's one story that's not real. Other stories, right? Well, we have to make sure roles, responsibilities, and this and that. One of the attorneys, even when I went to get my first partnership done, he even said to me when he was doing the partnership document, he said, "Oh, you're doing a partnership, huh? Just remember, a partnership's a sinking ship. It starts today." And all of these stories right around. And so that's just kind of how I had partnerships until I got burned 3 times. And it wasn't until 9 years later, when another coach of mine was like, "Let me ask you something. Have you gotten food poisoning at a restaurant before?" I was like, "Yes, I have. It's awful. It was oysters. I will never have oysters again." And he said, but you still eat, don't you?" I was like, "Oh, interesting. I think I see that. Okay." And to everyone's point, strategically getting back into partnerships. Now I only do partnerships as of about 4 years ago. And it has been massively, massively rewarding and a very big growth and expansion opportunity, right? To work with different personalities, work with the roles and responsibilities that people have, having those, collision conversations, but also expansion conversations, right? Like being able to share and have your voice and have someone else have their voice. It's been really a beautiful way in growth, just like our relationships, right? Just like when in relationship, we will never grow faster than when we are in relationship with another human being, right? Looking with all of the mirrors and self-reflection of the things we don't like about ourselves, with looking and yearning for the things that we think they have it all figured out, and we're playing that comparison game. Like, these are all beautiful work that we get to do and just sit with other people. Because otherwise, if we just hang out by ourselves the entire life, we're not really in the school that we're here to learn from, right?
So I'm going to flip the coin on that, Nick, because that's what I do, right?
Yeah.
We can look at partnerships and say, "Oh no, this is scary." Now, I'll be the first to raise my hand. How many deals or projects or ventures all by myself have I screwed up with nobody else's help? Am I going to say, "That's it, I'm never going to try again"? I'm never going to eat again because I had food poisoning once? So at the same time, if we're going to say, okay, partnerships are scary, well, doing it by yourself is scary too.
Oh, I love that.
Are you going to walk away from every opportunity in the world because it's raining somewhere on the planet? It may not be raining on your parade, but oh no, it might rain today. I don't think I should go outside. I don't think I should try. No, that's bunk. And if you're not going to try, then you're going to get what you deserve.
Beautifully said, Brian. Beautifully said. Oh gosh, all these fantastic spirits and messages today. It's already after 9:30, so what we're gonna do is what we usually do is we end with a little meditation. If you'd like to join me, fantastic. And just be another minute or so. So let's start with a deep breath in. We'll take a second deep breath in today. Universe, spirit guides, God, everyone, we appreciate you as we start this other week off in a place of power, in a place of acknowledgement, in a place of love, knowing that love is the ultimate energy source from which everything else spans, including money, wisdom, and experience. We sit with ourselves today in the ability to create whatever life we choose to create in this moment, in this day, and in this week. By showing up for ourselves in a meaningful way and learning to really deeply love ourselves, we then learn that we can love others in such more meaningful and deep ways. And by moving towards that which brings us the most excitement or passion in our lives, we fulfill our destiny here on this planet to move towards that which is calling to us with the higher vibrations, to move towards that which our spirit guides are honoring and bringing us to, and becoming the person along the way that we were meant to become. To experience and have all of the abundance of Niagara Falls, thank you, Chair, barrels and barrels of the abundance, or just little teacups, whatever we choose, and knowing that it's not necessarily about having it all, but it's about becoming the person who can hold that abundance in this life. We choose every single moment how large our consciousness wants to be. We choose what we want to do. We choose how we want to feel. And we honor the brain. We honor the computer. And we acknowledge it, but know that we get to choose. We get to choose our new thoughts, our new actions, our new habits every single moment. As we move into this week, we're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to fill it all with love. And as we exhale, we will surrender anything that no longer serves us. Let's take that deep breath in right now. In with love. And exhale. Yay. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone, for joining another Monday morning. We will see a lot of you this week. For all those, I will see you guys next Monday, 9 to 9:30. Thanks so much, everybody. Woo!
Thank you.
Nick.
Yay.
Amen, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nick. This was
Good.
awesome.
Get your
And,
barrel, Jared. Go to Niagara Falls with that barrel, dude.
and happy birthday again, Nick.
Aw, thanks, Dickens.
Aw.
Yay.
Birthday,
Yeah.
Nick.
Happy birthday.
Stretch out
Thank
that
you.
birthday,
Happy
my friend.
birthday.
Thanks.